Hello, Professor Garcia. My name is Riley Keane, and today I'm going to be going over some of the concepts I've learned since starting this Excel course. So here I have listed some of the primary concepts that I've learned for each chapter, and I've highlighted the concepts that I'm going to be going over today. So first, I'm going to be doing the common size statements. Second, I'm going to be doing the scenario summary. And third, I'm going to be going over the linear trend extrapolation. So to start here, we have an income statement, and we're going to be turning it into a common size income statement. So this is useful for analysis of statements year over year and to see where changes are happening. So we're going to start with sales, and this is going to be the base of all of our percents. So we're going to start sales divided by self, and 4. And I already have this as a percent, but if you didn't, you would just hit the percent sign here and turn it into one. So let's pull this down, percent, 2 zeros, and then we're going to be doing the same thing for 2019's numbers. Okay, so from this, we can see that cost of goods sold are 84.42% of sales, and gross profit is 15.58, as opposed to the previous year where cost of goods sold were only 83.45% and cost of goods sold was higher at 16.55%. So we can find out how much of a difference that is exactly by subtracting the two. So here we can see cost of goods sold have gone up by almost a full percent. Pull this down and see some of the other percents. So we can see selling in general and administrative expenses have gone up a little more than 1.5%. Fixed expenses have gone down almost 1/3%. Depreciation expenses have gone down 0.03%. Interest expenses have gone up by 0.15%. Taxes have gone down by a little more than 0.5%. And net income has also gone down, but closer to 2% at 1.77. So that's the common size statements. Next, we have the scenario analysis. So here we are going to be changing the capital outlay. We're going to be analyzing the capital outlay if it were to be changed. So I'm going to go to data and get rid of edit. Okay, so we are going to add this one for June. We're going to be changing capital outlays. All right. July, September. October. All right. So now we have all of our different months with the capital outlay in their month instead of where it is here, and getting rid of it when it isn't in the particular month. So then we're going to go to summary, and we're going to want to summarize this cell, J32, which has been, which is uh, equal the max of all of these. So currently it lists June, July as the max, but in our analysis, it will show us which months have the highest borrowing. So from this analysis, we can see the worst time to borrow would be June, but the best time to borrow would be September or October if we are trying to minimize our borrowing. And now we are going to go on to the linear trend extrapolation. So we're going to select our data and insert a scatter chart. Oops. Chart elements. You're going to want to add a trend line, linear trend line, and we're going to want to go to more trend line options. So when we're here, we're going to want to display the equation as well as the R squared value. So we're going to move these over here, and we're going to change the category to numbers so we can see the full numbers here. So from this, we can see there is a correlation of 0.92 or 92% correlation. So this is a pretty strong correlation. And we can see the equation for how our points on this graph would chart out. So we have the intercept here and the slope here steadily growing with a strong correlation. So yeah, those are the primary concepts I've learned and wanted to share so far from this course. Thank you.